No, sorry, 1 second. I heard someone early to say. Hello?
Hello, Laura, is it?
Sorry, yeah, my earphones were connected to my phone still, and I had to put them in the case. Sorry about
No,
that.
that's very, very common occurrence. Yeah, this is Rian from Irish Students Against Fascism. Just wondering if you have a few minutes to talk. Obviously, you said you were fairly busy.
Yeah, sorry, I have a few minutes. I was on my way to the loo, so that's fine now. It'll be grand. I'll hold it.
10 minutes max, trust me.
Thanks.
Yeah, so just a basic introduction of who we are and what we do. We're mainly sort of a student group, an anti-fascist student group, mainly in the sort of the north of Ireland. And we're sort of reaching out to sort of people in sort of student government and people in sort of civic society to build a sort of informal, discreet sort of network to combat the far right on campus. Like so far, we've sort of had some projects with the USI, with sort of strong progressive voices in sort of student media and student government. But you'd be happy to sort of deal with us, as you said.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, it's really nice to know that that's something you guys are looking at, because I think when something happens, we don't necessarily know what is the best response, not because we don't want to, but because there's so much going on in terms of the workload of SUs that it's nice to have a resource we can turn around and go, okay, well, I know that this is going to really upset the Indian students in my college, so I have a blanket response I can give. I know I can alert the counselling services that this is an issue, and I can maybe bring it to higher powers to be like, actually don't associate with that's happening, or whatever else, you know. But a resource would be fantastic, like a network would be brilliant, because we don't have that at the moment. And whereas USI do advise us on certain things, and when incidents happen, it's that case of an incident happens straight away and you're just like, I don't know what to do. So much happened over Christmas, Australia, and then just really awful things happening out in India, and you're like, how do we respond to this sensitively is the big thing.
But regarding sort of anti-fascist work, as we kind of say, we can do this stuff you guys can't, obviously.
Sometimes we're bound with mandates and all that stuff as well.
But you're a strong left voice. You came kind of recommended. But
Thanks,
but yeah, regarding anti-fascism, you're okay. What we do is sort of obviously confront the far right on the streets whenever need be. But what we're hoping to do is sort of catalogue and sort of basically sort of I think the term is sort of dox the sort of far right, approach employers, build sort of database for sort of activists. But obviously we can give you guys full discretion, full plausible deniability. But you're happy to have this sort of relationship.
Yeah, perfect. That's it's so good when you just get to the stage with groups like yourself, because then it means that we can support and back and maybe shoot a like or share something, but that you're all on solid ground, and it's not completely committing 100% to a cause by liking something. So that's fine. That's perfect.
So you're 100% ideologically grand.
No worries at all.
Grand. So obviously it goes without saying, you're Trinity based, so any sort of Trinity seems to be probably more sort of a hotspot regarding campuses. But just after, obviously this just kind of out of the blue, what kind of sort of far right would you have? Obviously you have the Irish Freedom Party trying to get their talents in.
Now I'm still not sure of their status, or it's kind of because a lot of people have turned against them. But the Burkean Journal started here. It's still an issue. There's still a group of people that are there and very prominent. I would say that we are an interesting university, because I think that sometimes we end up getting fascists onto campus far more regularly than others, and that's because of the presence of a few things. We have a lot of people who are professors and lecturers here who have a lot of money and want to bring someone here, and they don't think about how that's going to be perceived by other people. That causes problems. But then you've also got societies like the Phil and the HIST and Lost Sock and all that, and they're constantly going to bring in people that look good and sound good, and maybe there's an American person on the society and they suggested this person, but no one looked into it and didn't realise that they were related to a literal Nazi. We just end up having that happen a lot more frequently. So I think it could be really interesting, even if you want me to find someone just to document every time something is happening on our campus.
That's perfect.
I think it would be really cool to see when it's definitely more contentious during term, but things do happen during summer.
We were actually talking to the name just escapes me, the ethnic and minority officer, Shay, I believe it is.
Shay.
He's passing on hopefully some sort of relevant files that you guys keep track. But you mentioned the Irish Freedom Party. They're not a society as it stands. That's
Oh God, no, we'll
No.
never like. They're the ones who wanted to set up like a pro-life society or something, aren't they?
yeah, the sort
Yeah.
of our exit group. So you
yeah,
guys
no,
can put the kibosh on that basically with the SU.
Oh no, this is the thing. Political societies can be set up. So we actually have several different fractions of capitations. The SU is one of those, but that means the societies are completely separate, and I don't have any like power over societies. Although I can lobby and we can talk to student newspapers and student media. But yeah, like I mean, if a political party is valid and real.
Yeah.
There's a possibility you'll be allowed to set up a fraction of that political party. It will have limitations compared to a political party, though. And I think these guys possibly tried, or with the way that they were stanced, they didn't get any support at all. So I don't think there's actually a risk, but it's worth keeping an eye on.
You can put influence if need be, just to kind of like, cool, that's grand.
Yeah.
So generally any sort of... obviously, one of the sort of projects we've an interest in, say, in sort of Queens, is sort of beginning to sort of influence policy in sort of a more sort of anti-fascist direction. Was there any sort of potential motions or motion-making bodies that we can kind of influence or get a more sort of hard line?
Everything, even up to the board of Trinity College, like that's student union has a huge amount of influence. The student life would be an interesting one, because that covers like all the kind of like societies and clubs and chill areas, and that'd be where, and we even have an anti-racism working group that stems from that.
So we probably have a few memos that we can sort of bounce off you guys. I could probably email in a few days.
We can see if we can find an avenue to get it passed into or whatever in the college, and then if we can't do that, we can look at adopting maybe a few of them at our own council. Now it might take time, but because it's more so the optics of those people who seem to think that their opinion is really important, even though it isn't. But we have to kind of balance those guys as well every now and again.
I know it's a sort of two faces you have to wear in sort of public life as a sort of left voice. But regarding sort of college yourself, would you have any sort of protocols for dealing with someone involved with the sort of far right, like potentially getting them kicked out of university, potentially getting them feeling some repercussions?
Now, in our dignity and respect policy, from what I can tell, is if you were extremely racist, discriminative, xenophobic, homophobic, there is a possibility you will get expelled.
Okay.
So I would take that as the wiggle room and the leeway. I kind of like but this is what this means here now. Okay.
Grant, and obviously that could be strengthened up as we head into a sort of potentially dark period, rather. Cool, that's perfect. You mentioned what was the name of the publication? The Birking Journal. What's the current status on that? Obviously, I was talking about the race science article. Are they still active or?
No, they are and they aren't. So they still exist, and I think they're still posting things. But I think that the case is that they don't have a lot of funding. They won't get funding from Trinity because they're not a registered publication with our capitation body, the publication side of things. So that, that's a whole. It deals with all the publications in the college, and I don't think have got funding for that anymore. I think a lot of their donors are drying up because of the incident, and I think a lot of people kind of, since that article in particular, just been like, what's going on there? So they're a lot more precarious. I do have a friend that seems to pay attention to them. I'll ask him. I'll check.
Is this Jacob? Is it or?
No. This guy is like just. He's not left. He's not right. He's just kind of. He's not neoliberal. Deep down inside, he is a socialist. I know, but he's just like he's interested in things. So the Birking Journal guys actually approached him at the start because they were like, What would you advise? And he was like, well, you shouldn't be like a dick to people, and then they went off and did that. So
what's the name? Just
his name is. Oh, no, I'll just chat to him and I'll.
That's fair. That's fair.
But it's interesting. Sometimes you gotta have friends on all.
That's fair. So just speaking of friends, any sort of like-minded kind of contacts you want to pass to us, load aboard? obviously get back to us in your own time.
Yeah, you know what, I'll actually, do you want me to send you on some names of people in SUs who might be kind of...
Yeah, I was actually
Your
talking
vibe,
to Lorna Fitz and Michelle Byrne regarding this a few projects we're running. But yeah, definitely any sort of like-minded people. But yeah, obviously one of the sort of projects we're going to be hopefully launching next month is a sort of website to sort of document people on the sort of conservative right, far right, etc. And begin to sort of we've been doing it harassing employers, basically, like putting sort of pressure on them. Would you be good to sort of pass on any sort of names of people, or obviously if you know?
Yeah, so what exactly are you looking for now, just so that I know 100%?
Yeah, names, course details, employers. Obviously, we want to cripple these people. Obviously, we're the kind of conduit to do the stuff you guys can't. But yeah, any sort of names you're good with passing on or whatever.
Cool.
You're good. Yeah.
I'm not able to do that through the like global office, and that's Trinity, obviously. But I've got some friends over there that I might just talk to, because I find that like international students often encounter the most like.
Yeah. Yeah, the intent is to just get these people fired or get these people feel repercussions. But yeah, we're always here to to reach out to. We're on Twitter. Hopefully, I'll have the website soon. But you have our email as well. But no, pleasure talking. Happy to do business. Yeah.
And anything else before I go, or?
No, that's perfect. I'll leave you head back to the toilet. Okay.
Thank you
have
so
a good day.
Much,
No bother. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye.